beat my meat in a beater 2000 Pontiac Bonneville on an expressway in Chicago watching low-res porn on a 60GB iPod video and blew my nut in a Wendy's bag at 3 p.m.-ish on what I can only assume was a Sunday. The level of detail. It's like I was there. Spent a whole evening with a guy who I had no common language with. It'd just be boring as a social thing. I dated a girl for a few months who I had no languages in common with. Had to bring a mutual friend that spoke both our languages to a few events until I picked up enough to somewhat communicate. But hey, the sex was amazing. Edit. SP. I made an almost 3,000-mile booty call one time. Who cares about expensive last-minute plane tickets when you get maybe laid? Drove 3,400 miles round trip. From Colorado to Philadelphia, twice. Bro, you're making me feel bad about hesitating to drive 125 miles for a booty call. Had sex with a woman through a chain-link fence when incarcerated on a road crew. Was she a stranger or did you know her? Like, did you just see a woman walking down the perimeter of the fence and proposition her? What's the success rate with that strategy? Say some nasty shit. Some girls who like dirty talk are always surprised the first time and want to gush about it afterwards because they're so fascinated or something, but I'm like, I don't know what you mean. That was another me. Probably not on the same level, but reminds me of reading the sexts I had sent after horny hours are over. The stuff I have written loudly crying loudly crying loudly crying loudly crying. Bought a dildo online that turned out to be uselessly wide. I had no experience with sex toys and no clue what the normal circumference for a penis is, but I took the plunge anyway. I'd never been more confused in my life when I unpackaged that thing. It looked like a pink billy club, like a reverse penis, not at all like the picture on the website. I decided not to try it out because I was 99% sure it would feel like a battering ram. It's been sitting in the dark recesses of my underwear drawer ever since. It waits eye-mouth eye. Getting choked is much scarier outside of sexy times. Unless you make it sexy, throw in a moan or two. Then your aggressor will be beholden to your power of confusion, greater than. On a serious note, I really hope that person isn't in your life anymore. Whoever it is, they sound like a colossal dick and I am sorry to hear you went through that. It's not a great experience at all, from experience, so I hope you're okay. Can't say I do much dirty talk when I'm normal me. Some of the shit I have said at peak horny. Although sometimes I call my car a dirty slut when I get it washed. I'm always curious when PPL day this. What do you even say? Dirty talk always seems so awkward lol. For some reason, every good relationship decision I had was done by my dick, and every bad relationship decision I had was done by my supposedly intelligent and rational mind. It's basically like I am blind to red flags and green flags alike. And my dick is my assistance dog. Emotional support dick. You can legally take him anywhere, even on planes. Literally left a club by myself with a random man I had just met and then we had sex in his restaurant. To be fair, I did also get free wine and cheesecake. Seems like it was worth it. My ex-girlfriend after we split up. No sex with your ex. Rule number 1 of breakups. Got a call late at night from a woman I was talking to come over. Told me to drop by Walmart to pick up some stuff first, including some anti-nausea meds. Being horny, I don't give it a second thought. Once I get there, she's clearly looking a little worn out and under the weather. She chugs the Pepto-Bismol and leads me to her bedroom where she tries to seduce me but then has to run to the bathroom. After that kills the mood. She tells me to stay overnight and promptly falls asleep with my arm under her. So I end up lying next to a sick person with my arm pinned under her and who's farting every so often for some hours. Not the best situation to fall asleep in. Probably got 30 minutes of actual sleep the rest of that night and still had to work a full shift in the morning. Shoulda gnawed your arm off. Some of the things I wanked are more that questionable for my normal me. Yeah, I can relate to this. After the lust has been satiated and the post-shame hits you like a truck. 16-year-old me traveled across the country to lose my virginity. $800 later, I did it, came home and went about wishing I still had the $800 for a new graphics card. 2009 was wild. $800 would have been a full build in 2009. Normal me is scared of clowns. Horny me stumbled across some clown porn the other day. The rest is history. Fear is also a type of arousal, so it's not that weird to get your wires crossed. In 7th grade home economics, we learned how to make pillows. Our teacher provided the materials, we picked our own design, and started sewing and stuffing. My pillow was just a smiley face with 3 eyes like from that movie Evolution that was popular back in 2003 or so. Anyway, we got to keep the pillow after it was graded and I took it home with me. Apparently I sucked at the pillow because it had a tiny hole in the back where I could reach in and feel all the soft cotton that was used for stuffing. Of course I used that pillow to fornicate with. Of course. I mean, I don't eat ass when I'm not horny. It's not like it's a food. Technically, ham is ass, cheek. Fucked a couch. Fuck yo couch. Take out a $1,000 payday loan to pay to spend an hour with a lady of the night. Oof. I bet you got clapped by that big post-nut clarity. So many stupid mistakes. Guys, never trust your dick. Your dick doesn't give a shit about you or your life. It is perfectly happy to wreck your life to get what it wants. I say a lot of stupid shit while I'm horny, then the next morning I wake up and read my messages like damn I actually have to follow up on what I said now huh. Mid-sex, asked my then GF to lick my face. IDK. In my experience, people respond well when I lick their face mid-sex. Horny me decided to try sounding. As soon as the metal touched the slit, I was back to normal me and the horny was replaced by, this sucks. IDK how people like it but to each their own IG. Edit. I hate all of you for making this my most upvoted comment. I hate that I know what this is. I walked for 2 hours in heels to this guy's house, spent a couple hours there, then made the same trek home. I took them off halfway though haha. ... Why wear the heels in transit? Why not take transit? Ex-wife of 6 years wanted me back 3 separate occasions after divorcing me. She left me again after a month of seeing each other each time. During those months she'd exclaim how much she has changed and how in love she is with me. Each time I kept thinking, in the very long run, this could be good for us and the kids. But honestly it's just pathetic on my part to continuously give it a chance when it arises. And it's funny cause each time she went silent, got a new boyfriend, then blamed it all on me for leaving. She cheated on me during our marriage and blamed me for it, and I believed her. Horny me kept thinking, I'll never find someone as attractive as her. I gotta find a way to work it out. Jesus, that's a terrible mindset. She was fucking hot as hell. But man is she crazy. People don't generally treat sex as a drug. But it is. You'll damn near kill yourself for an orgasm. Reveal a ton of secret kinks to someone I was falling in love with but also extremely horny for. Normal me was never interested in sex that much until I finally met my person. Then the floodgates opened and I'm never closing them again. Edit. Thank you again for everyone's support and love. I am also sending tons of love and support right back to you guys via grenade launcher. Thank you thank you. Did the rivers keep flowing or was it all a washout? Shove things up my ass woman shrugging light skin tone. Like your dad's WW2 watch? Make a sexual NSFW post on AskReddit. Isn't that all threads on AskReddit? Teenage years. Probably young teenager. Didn't know how to finger myself. but knew from an earlier age that rubbing my genitals felt great and led to pleasure if not a burst of pleasure. So I wanted to try different sensations and surfaces. Got our peanut butter and grinded the corner of the lid. Did not wash it. Didn't think to or realize I should. Because somehow our jar would have faint PB smell from IDK. Maybe sticky kid hands or clumsy adult hands. It would temporarily smell like PB and clean, musty crotch. Not a bad smell. Not sure if my mom ever recognized it or realized it. I hope not. Mom, if you're up there, I'm sorry for my horny transgressions. We had a weird shaped footstool. Tried that out. Turns out long term of grinding hard surfaces can cause pain or a bruised feeling. Lol. I even got what looked like calcium deposits under my mons. IDK what they are. Maybe scar tissue. My gyno hasn't commented or been concerned. Other not proud moments. When I was like 15, I progressed directly from a finger to a whole cucumber. I actually managed it as well, although there was a fair bit of blood. Ox. Got divorced young. Met a woman, also divorced, but who lived 5 hours away. She was also 14 years older, ran 3 businesses, and had a completely stacked body. Gorgeous. I drove that 5 hours each way twice a month. I made up for my sexless marriage in the 18 months we were together, and she made up for hardly having any orgasms in the 17 years. She was with her ex. So I guess horny motivation worked for both of us. A win-win. Love to see it.